What's up, folks? Today I'm going to be showing you the game Leverage. Now, the object of Leverage is you are going to be trying to get rid of all of your opponent's scoring pegs or trying to get all of your pieces into his safety zone. This game plays a lot like Chinese checkers. There's a lot of jumping around in this game. But this game has a very unique mechanic. It has a balancing board and a fulcrum underneath it, and ultimately what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the board to tilt down on your opponent so he will lose some scoring pegs. There's also pegs on the board you're going to be playing with that are different sizes and different weights, so this makes the game rather unique. So let's show you Leverage. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and show you the components really quick. Right here you have your game board, and the unique mechanic of this game is that there is a fulcrum underneath this board that will balance like so. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get pieces on your opponent's side of the board to have it tilt down like this. And he'll end up losing scoring pegs if he ends up doing that, and he has to try to get it balanced back up, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Right here, these are your scoring pegs. If you lose all of these scoring pegs in the game, then you're going to lose the game. And essentially what happens is if you end up having a move that tilts the opponent's tilts the board down towards your opponent, like so, he's going to have to remove a scoring peg until this balances back. So in this case, he would remove one peg and the board would balance back and he would not have to remove any more. Let's say we end up having the board looking like this. Let's just say I've got something like that. As you can see, the opponent's side of the board here is tilted, so he's going to have to go ahead and move some of these scoring pegs to try to get it back. He's moved one, it's still not balanced yet. He's moved two, it's still not balanced yet. He's moved three, and finally it has balanced out. So he's ended up losing. So he ended up losing three of these pegs on that. And again, if he ends up losing all of these scoring pegs, he's going to lose the game. And right here we've got all your pieces. There's three different sizes. You got the small, the medium, and the larges. And each of these pieces are a different weight. The small is the lightest, and the largest is the heaviest. Now, when it comes to the captures, the small pieces cannot be captured. The large pieces can't capture anything, and the medium pieces can capture the large and the medium pieces, and smalls can basically capture the mediums and the large pieces as well. Now, the way movement works in this game is a lot like Chinese checkers. What you're going to be doing, you can either move a piece one space like so, and you can move in any direction. You can go forward, up, down, diagonally, or if you want, you can actually jump over your pieces like that to move them further down the board. And if you have like opponents that are along the way, like so, you can do a jump like that. So you could go like that, like that, and like that, and like that. And again, in any direction. And this is also how capturing works. If you end up jumping over your opponent's pieces, with the exception of the small pieces, and depending on the piece, you'll be able to capture him and take him off the board. So an example of a capture would be, let's just say I happen to have a medium piece over here. I would jump myself here. I could jump him, take this piece off the board, jump him, but I can't take this piece off the board since it's a small, and then jump him, and this would take another piece off the board like so. Now, the second way you can win this game is to get all of the pegs that are on your side of the board onto your opponent's safety zone over here. Now, pieces cannot get captured in either safety zone, no matter what the size is. But again, if you're able to get all of your pieces over there, or him over there, then you'll win the game. And so basically what's going to happen is you're just going to be moving along the board like so. You're going to be jumping pieces, capturing pieces when you can, and ultimately the winner of the game is going to be the one that either gets rid of all of his opponent's scoring pegs or gets all of his pieces into his opponent's safety zone. So, my thoughts on the game Leverage. Well, I have to tell you, I think this is a really cool game. Really smart game, too. I enjoy playing Chinese checkers, and if you enjoy playing Chinese checkers or any kind of games that involve jumping, I would definitely recommend giving this game a try. I got this game from Dude McMahon, my friend, to review, and I'm glad he sent this one. This is a game I would definitely consider purchasing. This is a light strategy game, so if you're into light or medium strategy games, this is one I think that you will like. I really think that mechanic with the fulcrum and the balancing board is really cool. I've never seen that in a game, and it's kind of cool because once your opponent starts losing those scoring pegs, his side of the board is going to get lighter. But then again, you have to be careful because what happened when I played my wife is I was actually focusing on her scoring pegs, and she ended up winning the game by putting all of her pieces into my safety zone, and I had one scoring peg left of hers to get. And I was hoping that one of my moves would actually eliminate it, but it did not. So it was a very close game. Definitely a very fun game. I definitely enjoy it. This game doesn't cost much either. I think you can probably get a copy for about $15–20 on eBay. I really enjoy the multiple jumping aspect of this game too. It's really cool to be able to just jump in any direction so long as there's a piece next to you and there's a space you can land on. I've gone back and forth and all over the place trying to get pieces positioned. There's a lot of action that goes on with this game, and there's always that little bit of tension anytime you've got that balancing board tipped over on your side and you're hoping that you're not going to have to remove too many of those pegs. I really think it's cool the way that you can actually win this game in two different ways. So that really ups the strategy level a little bit because you're having to figure out what you should do. Should you put in a heavier piece, try to balance the board out, or should you try to move your pieces closer to your opponent's safety zone, or try to figure out a way to do both at the same time? I really like this game a lot, so I recommend it, and that is my review of Leverage. I hope you all have a great day. Keep on gaming.